Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ron K. Armstrong, filmmaker extraordinaire. I know I haven't made a video on my channel, on this channel, for a long time, so I apologize for that. I've been very busy. I've been actually doing a lot of pitches for some projects that I'm working on. So those pitches take time, and it's a very involved process of refining your pitch. But anyway, I want to talk to you today about Alita: Battle Angel. I saw that movie. Just to get right into it, I loved it. I thought it was great. It is not without some issues. I would give it around a B plus, but you've got the SWJ crew out there trying to downplay Alita Battle Angel so they can pump up Captain Marvel with Brie Larson or whatever. I'm not going to see that film. The idea is they are so fixated on this whole idea of Captain Marvel saving everybody from Thanos. So they have to really pump that Captain Marvel movie up, But anyway, let's talk about Battle Angel. Alita. First of all, Rosa Salazar, who was the actress that they used to model Alita after, she's just stunning. She did an awesome job. And one of the things about this film that I think is really great is that it gives you this entire world that they're in. And it takes place in the future. And you have these cyborgs running around, and one of the main characters, he's a doctor, and he's replacing limbs with cybernetic parts. And he comes across Alita in a junkyard, and he kind of rebuilds her. And she's a woman who wants to know about her past, and she goes on this journey to find out about her past. And I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but she finds out she was like a battle droid, and she kicks ass, and it's really good. But there were some issues with the script, but they're very minor. And I saw this film in 3D, and I love when they create an entire world around something. I love that. And I haven't read the comics, so I don't know a lot about her background, and I'm not a big fan. What do they call it? The Moshi or Mo something? I forgot what they call that type of animation or comic book. But anyway, the one thing that I did notice was that they had a really kick butt cast in this film, and it didn't really make good use of them. One of them was Jennifer Connelly. She is awesome. I think she's beautiful. She's getting older, but she is just great. She was in Labyrinth. I don't know if you guys remember that, for years ago. I think David Bowie was in that one too. So they didn't really make good use of her. I thought she could have been stretched as an actress a little bit more. Also, I've not seen a lot of his films. I know he did one film that's up for an Academy Award, but Mahershala Ali. Anyway, fantastic actor, but every time I saw him on screen, I was like, is he going to do anything? He wasn't emoting emotionally. So I felt that they could have done a lot more with his character, and it just didn't take it that way. But the film is directed by Robert Rodriguez. And Robert Rodriguez, remember, he's done Spy Kids and El Mariachi. He's an action director, so he's known for just action. So there's not enough in-depth character study in this film. But they really could have taken these fine actors and gone a lot more with them. I mean, I like to push actors as a director, and not just for an Oscar nomination for performance, but just to see how far the actor can go. And even for themselves, I'm sure they want to stretch themselves. And I found a lot of performances by these actors, Jennifer Connelly and Ali himself, just to be very monotone. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. But again, the prize of the movie, the reason for coming, is Alita. She is a great cyborg, and the expressions and just the fine detail that they did with the CGI, I was just like, oh, actors are in trouble. If they keep going in the direction they're going, you won't need actors. Now, there is an important point that I saw another critic who had brought up, and he's absolutely right. One of the things about Alita is she is not a Mary Sue. She learns from her mistakes, and she's growing, and she's not invincible, which is, the way they did with Star Wars. And, this girl is a Mary Sue, and Rey can do anything, and she doesn't need Jedi training. And we don't want to see that kind of thing, What makes a great character is the flaws that they have and the character arcs they go through. And Alita has some of that, but I have to also say at the same time, again, not giving away any spoilers, she was very cocky, And she did tend to win most of the battles she was in. I wanted to see her a little bit more vulnerable. And I thought that would have brought out more. But, you know, it's again, Robert Rodriguez, he's just mainly concerned with action. And James Cameron is one of the writers, and he, you know, he's from Avatar. He loves the CGI stuff, and I think they really push it to the limit here. I think they did an excellent job. But if you're going to put these great actors in your film, make sure you get the best performance. But I understand they were focusing on, you know, really getting Alita, getting the expressions, getting the CGI right with her, and they picked again Rosa, Latina, I guess. Is she Latina? Salazar. They picked the right person for that, because just following her story, and it's a story of innocence. You can see in her eyes and the expression how she's learning, how everything is new to her, and she serves as kind of like the intermediary. How we identify with the story is through her and her journey. So as she's experiencing things, everything's new to her. It's actually new to us too, and it's a great conduit. So anyway, check the movie out. I give it a B+. I think you'll love it if you can see it in 3D. It's great, especially when they have those higher shots looking down at the city. You get a really good depth of, you know, what's going on in that world through the 3D effect. Because usually I'm not really crazy about going to see 3D films, but this is definitely well worth it and makes use of it. I thought, actually, final point, that there was a lot of action that I felt as though, well, I would have traded some of the action for more development, because there is a backstory with Jennifer Connelly and Alita. And Ali, he's just a tool, you know? And I wanted him to be a super villain. You know, it would be really cool if he'd been a super villain, kind of like, you know how Wesley Snipes does it, Denzel Washington, how they really get into a part and become, you know, in Training Day, Denzel Washington was just a mean guy, mean cop. And I felt that this actor had the potential to go there, but the director, Robert Rodriguez, didn't take it there. So check the film out. You'll love it. Alita Battle Angel, I give it a B+. And if you have kids, take them. They will enjoy it. But there is some scenes that I would have left out, because there's a lot of violence in here. And I mean, real violence of cutting people up. And so just be careful about how young, if your kids are really young, be careful about that. So this is Ron K. Armstrong, filmmaker extraordinaire. That's all for now.